That's what she said. That's my sister-in-law. I was like, okay. No, I didn't know that. She reminds me of Cheryl. I'm going to put Carrie. Yeah, yeah.
It was on Friday night. First day, it was 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And see, our like 10 on us, our team really started at 7, but I had to be there at 6. Post the charge. I forgot how long to go. I was getting on the best one. No, I ain't sure to go to Keita spoke. That was the angel upstairs. I was the only one that didn't come on her sister. Juanita was there. A bunch of sisters.
They're up there.
It ain't with that?
No.
Oh, okay.
You want to shoot on ordinance? Listen, they're changing these ordinances like.
Like people change diapers.
You want a copy of the ordinance?
You got him on.
I told you. Oh, she's the one sticking into my mouth. Look at that. Yes.
How you doing, honey?
Look on number one stuff coming in. What? Quit. Yeah. Yeah. You got, yeah. Get that. Okay.
I'm gonna take my seat just okay. In their car.
What? Oh yeah, number one stuff.
On this side with the speakers look. Okay. Is that a white GMC? Excuse me, if I could have everyone's attention. Someone parked out front has a white GMC and their tailgate is open. A white vehicle, GMC with the tailgate open.
Thank you.
Test. Test.
We got a ranger in the house, sir. There he is, a ranger. A dark one in there. Oh, we got. He can beat up 10 men, and only one ranger can do it. One day. Ooh, both of those. One ranger. We'll see what's going to happen tonight.
The time is 5:13, and I hereby call this Finance Committee of the Flint City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Al-Alami?
Present.
Ms. Lewis is not in. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter is not in. Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett? Present. We have 7 members present.
There are 7 members present. Without objection, I'd like to take a moment of silence for our colleague Quincy Murphy. Thank you. Any requests for agenda changes or additions? Without objection, I'd like to move.
Oh, you got it.
I'd like to move the special order up after public comment and council response.
That will be so ordered. Now it's time for public comment. Members of the public should have signed up prior to the beginning of this meeting. Each member of the public will have 3 minutes to speak. We have monitors. Please watch your time. I will cut you off at 3 minutes. First public speaker, please. Or they're still organizing. We'll give them just a minute to get their organization there over there.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Good evening, City Council. As you see, we the people's here to address this situation about our money we haven't got 3 years ago, and the lawyers got paid before we, the people, got paid for getting poisoned. But I was told by some peoples out, I said, what you want me to say? She said, tell you people God don't like ugly. And through you, Madam Priestley, through the second ward, and he's not too crazy about pretty, Madam Lewis. And you see, once again, the seat is empty. I mean, and the people's in New York, I know you're watching us because the mayor showing you a good example how you're supposed to act by following the leader. And you're doing a good job through the mayor of New York. You're doing a good job by following your leader, Donald Trump. But you should have been following Miss Harris, the president of the United States. After she done pushed the president down, she automatically is the president. You don't have to go vote for she to be in. That's the American way. If you don't, excuse me, America. Miss Lewis just made her arrival, like she always do. Like I say, Miss Lewis, the people told me to say, God don't like ugly, but he's not too particular about pretty. You can shake your hair on that. You say colored woman hair don't blow in the wind. Hello, Dr. Lewis? Okay. Yes. And another thing about them garbage can, the mayor, your boss, Madam Lewis, he gave everybody, I already addressed that last week. He put his name on the garbage can. In Memphis, Tennessee, you seeing what this little mayor doing to us? And God is going through the land down south as I speak with a hurricane, but another one coming on the way. And you better be sure your anchor holds because you're going to be in the middle of the ocean dealing with jaws if you don't follow and you quit at Harbor, time they sneak attack on Israel, everybody in Harbor University got happy and put this on record. You will be dealt with, you little nerds, Urkels, and all them colleges talk about death to Israel. Now put that on the record. Stay tuned. Peace to the Middle East.
Praise God. Thank you.
The next speaker is Gladys Williamson.
My name is Gladys Williamson, and I'm here for these garbage cans that are bigger than me. And I also want to know what kind of deal was made where this mayor can give $2 million of grant money to Priority Garbage to eliminate jobs on priority garbage runs. And I'm not being married to no garbage can. And you know what? Ain't no priority garbage man coming up my driveway knocking on my doors every garbage day to walk up my driveway, have me unlock the gate so he can go in my backyard, pick up that garbage can, and walk it down to the street. No, you are not marrying me up to no priority garbage. So, if I could have got somebody to haul that garbage can up to this chamber, it would be sitting right here. Because I am not going to use that garbage can that's bigger than me. I'm not. You can forget it. I want to know what kind of deal was made. Yeah, get the paperwork and let me see what kind of deal was made with the $2 million that we gave priority to eliminate jobs. Yeah, and hook up to a artificial arm to pick up them garbage cans. Yeah, no. I think there was a lot of kickback going on, and that's why it took 2 years for priority to get their poop in a group and get rid of jobs and then bring us our garbage cans. I'm not using that garbage can. No, I am a senior that's had a shoulder replacement, and I need another one. And if you think I'm dragging that garbage can for the rest of my life, you can just forget it. Forget it. Ooh. I'm bringing that garbage can to you.
Stop, ma'am.
You
Ma'am,
can-
your time
you
is
can
up.
bank it.
Ma'am, your time is up.
No, my time ain't up. I had a 1 minute and 37 seconds left.
Yeah,
I had 1 minute and 30. I looked right up at the clock.
ma'am, you walked away from the.
I am right.
Point of order.
What's your point?
I don't care about your point of order.
She
I had 1 minute and
Ma'am, please sit
37
down.
seconds left.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yes.
She walked away from the lecture.
No, I
That's
went to
what I
get
am
some
saying.
paperwork to come back.
She walked away from the lecture.
I
and
walked
also,
over
and
to
she
get
won't
some
stop
pa-
talking.
I
Ma'am.
walked over to get some paper
Ma'am.
and bring back here.
What's your point?
My point was I walked
And
over
that-
to get
that
my
was not
paper.
to you, Miss Williams.
I had 1 minute and 37 seconds left.
Mr. Pfeiffer, what was your point of order?
There's no rule of walking away during your time. That forfeits your time.
Point of order.
What's your point?
It's a rule that says that it's at the discretion of the chair.
That's correct. Okay. Next public speaker, please.
The next speaker is
Thank you so
Janelle-
much for this opportunity. And my name is Gwendolyn Wofford.
I'm sorry, ma'am. This is
It's
by,
not my turn?
no.
Oh, I'm having a hearing problem.
The next speaker is Janelle Reeves.
Good evening. My name is Janelle Reeves. I'm a board member at Hasselbring Senior Center, and I'm here asking First Ward Representative Leon L. Elamine to please support the $1 a year that we're asking for our lease. Asking you personally, please, to support it. Thank you.
The next speaker is Gwendolyn Wofford.
Oh, my turn. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. I just have so many things that's up in the air that I really don't understand what's going on. To the councilman, thank you for over by Hasselbrink. Thank you so much. But we need you to help us get $1. If $1 was good enough in 2016, that same $1 should work now. We're just asking that go back and revisit that. Sometimes we can be in situations where our hands are twisted, we have demon dogs attacking us, and then you make decisions, and they're really not the decisions you want to make. You just want to make sure things kind of settle down. So we want to kind of revisit that. We need that $1. That $1. If it worked then, it should work now. That $1. If it worked then, it should work now. And then I have another thing, and it goes right along with that dollar. We receive money from Mott, and I guess from the city, to do some remodeling up at Hasselbrink. and I might not be quoting the right number. It was probably $600,000. I don't see where $600,000 went into the center for remodeling it. I would like to know where the rest of the money went. It should be enough money that we could still be getting that $1 a year for the building. As I said, $1, $1, $1. We're just asking that you just come back and revisit that. Like I say, sometimes decisions are made when you got a gun up against your head, and just where you don't want to just fight about it anymore. There's other ways. There's a lot of money that's poured into this city, and it's going in a lot of different directions. And I was sitting in a couple of meetings, and it was saying something about fraud and all that stuff, money going to people. You know, they had a lot of money come through, and it went to people that it probably didn't need to go to. But we as senior citizens, we just asking for your help. Help it work for us, that $1, that $1. Help take care of us over there, $1. All the money they spend over there remodeling, like I said, I would like to see the books. I'd like to see the books. I like them to be accountable for every dollar that they say they spent. And being accountable for it, hey, $1, all we're asking. Let's go back and revisit that, because it's not proper. It's not proper to do our seniors like that. We're supposed to love on our elders. And all we asking is for some love, much love, love, love. $1.
The next speaker is Eddie Madden.
Good evening, Council. My name is Eddie Madden from the 1st Ward. That $1 seems to be the call of order around here. But yet and still, this lease that the city was supposed to provide for us seems to be something not in good faith to me. I keep hearing people saying, start high and land somewhere in the middle about the leases, which is what everybody believed the city did. I can see that if you was working with, say, General Motors or Boeing, but you're not dealing with that type of money, you're not dealing with that type of personality. So my take on it is, when that toxic number comes out that the city wants to charge the House of Brink for this, is very toxic. Any help that you get related to that particular type of attitude is a toxic help. How can you, and I'm have to say this to my council person, in good faith say that the help you want to give is a remedy for this toxic lease that the city wants people to approve? Maybe I'm wrong, but I gotta tell everybody, if I'm wrong, straighten me out. Tell me what's real, okay? Then I'll be quiet. But the issue is, the $1, like they say, it's been good all this time. There's nothing wrong with it now. There's nothing that would embarrass the mayor in that $1. So why would you want to try to embarrass the citizens of the 1st Ward, and actually of this community, with this Gestapo tactics that they want to use with no proof on a lot of their statements to try to make their side of their narrative look like that's the way it is. So again, though, I do appreciate the help that the council has given House of Brink. I mean, that's a good gesture without a doubt. But like I said before, the work is not over. And to continue to argue this situation, saying that, hey, the city is supposed to get this, I don't see the justice in it. I don't see the justice in it at all. So again, that $1, that's good faith. That's what it's been all this time, and there's no reason for it to change. Thank you.
The next speaker is Carol McIntosh.
Good evening, council and residents. My name is Carol McIntosh, First Ward resident first and foremost. I'm also First Ward City Council candidate, but I'm speaking as a resident at this moment. First thing is, our seniors have economic challenges and other things that they deal with when you get later in life that should be considered. The center has expenses, electric bills that fluctuate. The dollar, I think the problem is we don't understand why the rent is being raised on the seniors who are economically challenged, who basically invent ways to pay their bills, their insurances and everything, and it's been all good, and they do some great things. They had a Pistons game yesterday. They took young people in. It brings the community together. We don't understand basically why our seniors are under attack, because we've watched so many dollars go out and be squandered, and then to feel like the citizens are having the squeeze put on them is just so unbelievable. I mean, I don't understand how you can't have leniency, compassion for our seniors and say you're a representative of the community. It would be different if they had big dollars. They don't have big dollars, but they do have big expenses. Insurance is expensive. Feeding the least of thee, that may be, again, their only meal from a public place, is expensive for somebody. Cleaning, upkeep, those things are expensive. So to have those things not considered, and to even hear that once they earn a dollar towards those things, the city wants 10% of that. 10% of that. We're hustling people that don't have it. We're begging you as our leader, as our council person, not as a political pawn or putting you in a position. We're asking you as our representative to fight for us, to speak up for us. We're asking collectively. It's no gimmick to this. We need you standing with us, because that's what you say you'll do. And we want that. They don't want to pay extra. They can't afford it. So some of those dollars that you guys have received would be fine, but to put it in a contract that they have a dollar, because we don't know what might happen. You know, you can leave here any day or put it in writing that they should pay a dollar. Secure that for them. Do that for them. Is that asking too much? Because it's been done before. Thank you.
The next speaker is Wilbert Jarrett.
My name is Wilbert Jarrett. I'm gonna talk loud so y'all can hear me. My name is Wilbert Jarrett. I'm Effie's baby boy. First time I come here, let me look around. I don't see nobody alive in here that was here when I first come to this microphone, 1966. Flint was in a crisis, and redlining was an issue. So we had a mayor, Floyd McCree. He stood up to the Flint Journal. He stood up to Channel 12, all the news media, with the redlining issue. And he fought against it. And what was so germane about what Floyd McCree did was it went nationwide. Redlining stopped right here in Flint, Michigan, and went all over America. Next issue is the water. Karen Weaver stood up, declared a state of emergency. Flint Journal, Channel 12, Channel 5. Oh no, she can't do that. Even though Jamie Curtis, he was over there at the county, on the county board. He gave a big lecture and a big speech in the paper. Oh hell, she don't have the authority to declare emergency. She declared a wild emergency, and what happened? I seen Biden went nationwide lead pipe replacement. Biden talked about that yesterday. Started right here in Flint, Michigan. Now the issue that's in Flint, Michigan, gonna start right here. They suppressing the vote. Now, somebody then told the Flint city clerk that she could tell the Flint Journal, tell Channel 12, 25, oh, it ain't gonna be no election in the 3rd Ward. We not gonna count their votes. We gonna void their votes. This is a national election. Davina, you can't mess with damn ballot that them people sent in to your office. Or either Dante can't mess with damn ballot because it's a national election. You cannot restrict nobody from voting. Beverly, A.C. Dumas, where's Carrie Nelson and Big Rich? Y'all better campaign, because she can't stop y'all election. She cannot void our election. And thanks to the Lano Law Group, y'all ain't gonna be able to bully us like y'all been bullying us before. They took that case and filed it in Lansing.
Thank you.
The next speaker is A.C. Dumas.
Thank you. My name is A.C. Dumas, and I'm a resident, 45-year resident of the 3rd Ward. First, I want to tender my condolences to the family of Quincy Murphy. And I say that with respect that I've known Mr. Murphy in his advocacy for many, many years. And while we didn't agree politically, I never attacked him personally. I want to say that for the record. The news called me and I gave them a public statement. And when I come up to this lectern or wherever I am, I speak truthful. I want to say that a couple of things. I want to talk about the 3rd Ward election. And I think that the clerk of the city, the clerk of the county are disenfranchising the vote of 3rd Ward residents. I believe that. I think and I feel within my heart that it was politically motivated. Let me say something, I can get natural now. Mr. Jarrett said, he looked around and he said, he's the oldest person that have attended this in this council chambers. And I always say this, no one in the city of Flint alive today have attended more council meetings than A.C. Dumas other than Wilbur Papa Jarrett. And that's on the record. So, a lot of you all just come here. I've been here. Now, let me say about Hasselbring. First of all, Hasselbring is not a 1st Ward building. Hasselbring is just happened to be located in the 1st Ward. All of you have interest in a senior building that all of us pay taxes on. It's not just Elaming's building, it's all of you. I attend Hasselbring, and I've been attending Hasselbring for many years. When they put the chains on the doors, I'm the one, along with Mays, we fought and we protested until they took the chains off the door. I've been around. I'm not a newbie. And I want to say that it's important. It's important for $1 lease. I see all this money reallocated. I ain't seen not $1 reallocated for roofs and furnaces and so on and so forth. Thank you.
The next speaker is Lottie Durrett.
Good afternoon, all. I want to thank, first of all, the councilman. I don't know who put it down for the speed bump on Home Street, but if you could, we could use about 3 more because it's really bad over there, and we could use some lighting. I caught somebody trying to get into my home the other night when I was home, and that's really, really scary. Thank God I got a lot of people around me that can come when I need them to. And as far as Hasselbring, I think that it should stay what it's been for the last years. It's been fine at a dollar a month. It shouldn't go up no further. I don't see why it need to be changed. Then I also question myself, what is so important about the first ward? What is so important in that ward that now it's want to be a green zone, but we know we changed zoning like y'all changed diapers on a baby, so that don't mean nothing. I know it can't be a green zone because you don't invest in a school like that to just let it be a green area, and then you want to take what the seniors done had all this time and pull it for them. And I also feel like it's discrimination going on the north side of Flint with the mayor, because he shows up for my whatever, but he can't show up here. He can't show up in the first ward for no meetings. I haven't seen him nowhere other than where certain people attend or a certain name is backed up in behind it. That's very discriminatory towards your own people. That is just so sad. And dang, I can't forget the last thing. I want to talk about legacy. When I give my condolences on y'all council person that has passed on, but when you leave this earth, what is your legacy gonna be? We still fighting over Eric May's legacy today. You only had 2 people get up here out of about 10 people say their condolences to this man. That speaks a lot. That speaks a lot. When you leave this earth, what are you gonna leave here? When you leave them seats, what are you gonna leave? What are people gonna say about you? If you wanted to run in another seat, what are people gonna say about you? Would it be good about your legacy? Will it be good? Eric Mays so good if one of his grandkids came up and ran for something, they'd get it just because Eric Mays is their granddaddy. What is your legacy going to be? Sooner or later, you got to answer to what you do. Whether it be here on earth or down there in hell, either way, you're going to have to answer for what you do. What is your legacy going to be? It's not too late to turn around. They done tore up, they in Dotson, they done hit Chicago, they done hit Ohio. If you think these people ain't looking at their money they done an issue to these folks, they coming sooner or later. Somebody got to be, you either suspect or either you going to be the whistleblower. Now you decide on what you going to be when they come to that door.
The next speaker is Beverly Biggs.
Hi, my name is Beverly Biggs. I'm in the 3rd Ward. I'm running for the 3rd Ward seat. I don't understand that you did a beautiful job for Quincy Murphy. Beautiful. You done wrapped the seat. You done did everything was supposed to be done. My condolences go out to his family. But when it came to Eric, you wouldn't even come to the funeral. You wouldn't do anything for Eric. You didn't even want a poster of his picture brought up here for Eric, and that's sad. And on the 3rd Ward, you want to stop our votes. You want to stop us from coming and getting the signatures. But I went out and I've knocked on doors, and people have told me they have voted for me. They have voted, and I'm taking it as far as I can go to court to get this stuff taken care of. You guys are wrong. Davina, you listening to Liddell? Liddell gonna send you to hell too. She's gonna send you to hell too. And it's sad. You guys wanna mess up a vote. Quincy passed away. That seat was, the recall was done correctly. There was a recall. 770 people signed that recall slip. Now, how you guys gonna say you wanna appoint somebody? I don't wanna be appointed. I want to be elected in the seat, and I'm not going to stop until you guys are so corrupt. You are so corrupt, and you folk know who you are, because the 5 is gone. You folk know who you are. You guys are so corrupt, even down to the mayor, and I ain't ashamed to say it. I was at the 6th Ward the other day. He told me I couldn't speak because I wasn't in that ward. I'm still a resident of Flint. He's still the mayor of Flint. You cannot take and say who can talk and who can't talk. If you're scared, get out the seat. And that's what it seemed like to me. He was scared of what I might have said. And all I was going to say is why it's trash cans at houses that are vacant. They're condemned. But they did trash cans at these houses. But he want us to take them to the backyard. I wish I would. I ain't taking nothing to the backyard. I didn't put it out there, and I'm not taking it back. You guys, transparent today for trust for tomorrow. You guys are so crooked. Crooked.
The next speaker is Stanley Turner.
Hello, I'm Stanley Turner. I live in the 8th Ward, and there's a bunch of shooting going on down the street from me. I live across from Nethercutt School, and it's got a bunch of the residents up in arms. It's a nuisance house, so I don't know how to get that taken care of, but that should be addressed. I'm also here to support the motion. I don't know if there's been a motion made of $1 per year for Hasselbrink Senior Citizen Center. I don't see why there's a lease, because we have limited funds as it is. And $6,000 per month or whatever it is, coming out of our limited budget, limit the kind of activities that can take place for seniors who pay taxes. So I'm speaking in support of that motion if that motion has been made. If it has been made, I'd like to make it. Also, I want to speak in support of the other people here. If there's names on the ballot and people are voting for people on the ballot, I don't understand why their vote isn't recognized. It's an open seat. I mean, even if it wasn't open, I mean, they're running against the incumbent, but he's not there. So I'd like for somebody to explain that to me. And also, I don't need those big trash cans that they put in front of my house. Okay, that's all I have to say.
The last speaker for this meeting is James Moore.
James Moore, 2nd Ward resident. This is kind of directed towards, the 2nd Ward council person. I know I don't make it to the meetings, but I'm at this one, so I'm going to ask quickly and try to get it done, and hopefully so you'll be able to respond.
James, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
All right. But in regards to the park, they got some trash cans down there. I don't know if they for the park or if they for the community. They red and they yellow, and it's a couple of them. And if we don't know, then our people just start coming up there jumping beds and couches and probably a couple parked cars. Who knows? But if you can kind of like give us a little direction on what those cans are there for. If they may be for the park, I don't know. But they used to use that for a dumping site, and I hate to see it because the park has been very well taken care of. And on Wisner, we don't want to be driving around trees and everything else because those trash cans is here. So if you could maybe shine a little light on what direction you're going with, we would appreciate it, and thank you.
Thank you. Now it's time for council response. Each council member will have 2 minutes in order to respond to the public. Is there anyone who'd like to speak?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Burns.
Thank you. I want to thank each and everyone who came here today. It is a sad and unfortunate day because we have lost 2 colleagues this year. This council did not start out, we have changed. We've got 4 different colleagues who are no longer with us. I hope that at some point we can learn to put differences aside, to work together, but there are changes that are still coming. My deepest condolences to Councilman Quincy Murphy. My last conversation with him was about the $36,000 for involved dads, which is on our agenda, which I do support. We were moving that money around. It's a lot going on in Flint, and it's a lot in this council. I do want to speak to Hasselbrink. I will support if they put a motion or get a resolution for $1. It shouldn't be any more than my Park Clubhouse, which is $1 for 10 years. We need to be fair. If people are asking you for their votes, you need to ask them for what the rent should be. That's just fair. Election time, you have to ask your people what they want. This is the time where you get your communities cleaned up. They do everything for election time. If you want Hasselbrink for $1, your vote has power. It has power in it, and don't take it for granted. I do want to put on the record that it was stated that Carol McIntosh, during public speaking before, that she was a part of the settlement with the school board. It's not true. It was a lie told. And from a letter from attorney Sharice Lee, she states in the letter, Carol McIntosh did not agree to a settlement individually and litigated her position until she was dismissed from the lawsuit. She was dismissed. So I want to put that on the record.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else?
Madam.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Moore, they are finalizing the bollard installation at Sarvis Park, as well as some people dumped some brush there, so that's why they have the extra bins there. So they're not for community dumping. They are to remediate the leaves and the rest of the brush from the installation of the bollards that are going all the way around the park. All right. Okay, not a problem. All right, my time reset. So, anyone else like to speak? Anyone else like to speak?
Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Ms. Machad.
Is the timer starting? I do want to take this opportunity to publicly extend my condolences to the family of our fallen colleague. I will certainly miss him tremendously. This is a blow to the council and to the city. His legacy is one of leading with his heart, is one of attacking and being tough on blight. It's one of following his own mind, regardless to how anyone might have felt about it, whether we liked it or not. I think what's telling is when you have the opportunity to come and speak. If you have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say it at all. That's what's telling. What's telling is how you're willing to be disrespectful to someone's memory simply because they didn't do what you liked. That's what's telling. What's even more telling is that you don't have the good sense that God gave you to be quiet and allow a family to mourn just because you didn't like a person. That's what's telling. You want to talk about what's even more telling? Go look at Dewey Park. That's what's telling. You want to talk about what's telling? Look at all of the industrial things that are happening around the Third Ward. That's what's telling. You want to talk about what's telling? Look at that man's legacy and how he helped improve the Third Ward. That is what's telling. That is what's telling. Thank you.
Thank you. I also want to take my time to speak on Mr. Murphy. The day after he died, he had community meetings scheduled, and I had, because we weren't sure exactly who was going to be there or who was going to present, I went to hold that for him because he would have wanted that to happen. The amount of information that I learned of what is going on in the 3rd Ward, invasive species of plants being removed and planted with native plants, the Police and Fire Training Academy, which we did know about, Ashley Capital, Sacred Heart Village for the veterans, and all the work that's being done for veterans in this city by Catholic Charities. That's his legacy. Thank you. We're going to take a 5-minute recess so that we can get set up technologically for our presentation on the undue medical debt.
You know what, I didn't think about this, because we need to unplug this.